Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Sergeant Andrew Gorney, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the Army Body Composition program. If you're studying for the board and need some help, this is the video for you. I have the information you need to know to pass that board the first time. The way I'm going to do it is in a question and answer format, to where I give you the question, pause for a few seconds, then I'm going to give you the answer. Ready? Let's go. Alright everyone, let's start with the most basic question. What regulation covers the Army Body Composition program? That's going to be AR 600-9. Now the way I remember this and a lot of other regulations is we're coming up with some kind of mnemonic, okay? So for me, 600-9 looks like boop, rhymes with poop. You feel like poop because you're on ABCP, alright? So that's just kind of my way of remembering stuff. The other way is just brute force memorization, make up some note cards, right? So, Army Body Composition program on one side, AR 600-9 on the other. So when you get your MOI, that's what I did for all, military awards, AR 600 8-22, I did that for all of them, just brute force memorization, right? That's one way of doing it. Next question. What is the primary objective of ABCP? Okay. The answer to that one is to ensure all soldiers achieve and maintain optimal well-being and performance under all conditions. All right. Next question. At a minimum, how often should a soldier be screened for height and weight? That one's going to be every 6 months. The next question comes from the ALRAC that just came out for ABCP, which is, what is a minimum ACFT score which allows you to be exempt from height and weight? The answer to that is a 540, with a caveat is you have to get an 80, a minimum of 80 in each event. Next question is, what are the authorized methods of estimating body fat? All right. Prior to the ALRAC coming out, there was only one, which was the circumference-based tape method. The ALRAC added two additional, right, which is the one-site circumference-based tape method, along with the supplemental body fat assessment, such as using a bod pod. Okay, next question is, when measuring a soldier's height, how do you round the measurement? The answer here is, it's going to be to the nearest whole inch, okay? So if that soldier comes in at under half an inch, you're going to round down, and if he's over that half an inch, you're going to round up. Similarly, when measuring a soldier's weight, how do you round that measurement? This one also is going to be to the nearest whole pound, okay? So if you're below that half a pound, you round down, you're above, you're going to round up. All right, next question is, what are the measuring sites for males and females using the circumference-based tape method, right? So that's the standard that we've been using forever. All right, so for males and females, for the neck, it's going to be just below the larynx, right? And then for males, for their waist, it's going to be around the belly button, okay? And then for female waist, it's going to be that minimal part of their abdomen, which is usually located between about halfway between their belly button and their lower end of their sternum. And then for females, the hip measurement, you're going to have the soldier face you sideways. And then you're going to look for the greatest protrusion of, as the book says, the gluteal muscle. All right, and then from the new ALRAC, what is the measuring site for males and females using the one-site circumference-based tape method? Okay, that one's super easy for males and females, right at the belly button. All right, another question. What is the purpose of the height and weight table? Right, so that is used as a screening tool to expedite the testing process, right? So if you're able to pass that height and weight, more power to you. You know, us big body soldiers, we always got to get taped. That's always a glorious day, right? All right, next one. When can a commander direct a body fat assessment on a soldier? All right, so a commander can at any time make a soldier do height and weight when a soldier does not present a soldierly appearance. All right, next question will be, what are the 6 exceptions to the Army Body Composition Program? This is going to include one that we've already covered. Okay, so the 6 exceptions will be anyone who scored a 540 or higher on the ACFT, soldiers with a major limb loss, soldiers on established continued active duty and or active reserve status. You also have your pregnant and postpartum soldiers. You have soldiers who have undergone prolonged hospitalization for 30 continuous days or greater. And lastly, are new recruits. Okay. Next question will be, how many soldiers and of what gender will be used to measure a soldier? Okay, the answer to this one is going to be 2 trained individuals of the same gender when available. If a trained individual of the same gender is unavailable, a soldier of the same gender as the one being taped has to be present. Okay? So, next question is, what form is used to track height and weight? Okay, so for the males, that's going to be your DA 5500, and for the females, that's going to be your 5501. All right, the next question is, what happens when a soldier is enrolled in ABCP? Okay, this one's kind of a long answer, but the main takeaways from this are, when a soldier is enrolled in ABCP, right, you're going to be flagged within 3 days of the failure. You're going to get a notification counseling within 2 days of the flag. You're going to be enrolled in ABCP. And then you must acknowledge enrollment in the ABCP by a memorandum to the commander within 2 working days of the enrollment. So that's the main takeaway. There's a lot of little other things that happen in there, but those are the main takeaways from that. Next question. How often will the commander conduct an ABCP assessment? That's going to be approximately every 30 days. So, what is considered satisfactory progress on ABCP? So that's going to be losing between 3 to 8 pounds or 1% body fat. So if that's satisfactory, if that's satisfactory progress, the next question would be, what is considered a program failure? So a program failure would be any soldier who exhibits less than satisfactory progress on 2 consecutive monthly ABCP assessments, or after 6 months in ABCP, the soldier still exceeds body fat standards and exhibits less than satisfactory progress for 3 or more non-consecutive monthly ABCP assessments. So, what happens if you are placed on ABCP within 12 months of being released from ABCP? So, the soldier will undergo a medical evaluation, and if no underlying medical condition is found, the commander will initiate separation, bar to continue service, or transfer to the IRR, which is Individual Ready Reserve. Next question is, what happens if you are placed on ABCP after 12 months but less than 36 months after being released from ABCP? So the soldier will be flagged, undergo a medical evaluation. If no underlying medical condition is found, the soldier will be enrolled in ABCP and have 90 days to reach standards. And lastly, if the soldier does not meet standards within 90 days, the commander will initiate separation, barred to continued service, or again, transfer to IRR. All right, everyone. So that's going to be your main takeaway for AR 600-9. We obviously can't cover every possible question that'll be asked at a board because this video will go on forever, right? Plus, you're also going to have board members who are going to ask particularly intricate questions, somewhere along the lines of, what are the maximum body fat standards for this age group, for male and female, right? When you come across those questions that you just truly don't know an answer to, at least know where to reference. You could always be like first sergeant, sergeant major, whoever's on the board panel. At this time, I don't know, but I can go reference AR 600-9, right? You don't know the answer, but you know where to reference, right? That's very important as well if you don't know these answers, right? So keep that in mind. All right, with that should be an excellent start for anyone who is studying for the board and ABCP is on their MOI. If you feel that I missed something that's very important, please let me know below. Also, if you've had some weird questions asked regarding ABCP during a board, I want to hear about those as well too, right? So with that, thanks for sticking around and see you on the next one.